Modern digital agents are a new breed of realtors. We work smarter, not harder. We wage war against the big brands and win every single day. No longer are we held captive by traditional marketing methods, and we refuse to accept the status quo. We are the elite. We are the few. Join us. We are modern digital agents, and these are our stories.
Hey everybody, it's Dwayne Roberts again here with Real Estate Lead Academy, and today I am featuring one of our star student success stories, Summer out of the Clarksville market. Summer, you're with Keller Williams, is that correct?
I am, yes.
Fantastic. So tell me, how long have you been using the system so far? How has it been, a month yet?
May 24th, I think, was my onboarding date.
Okay, so a little shy of a couple days shy of a month.
Yeah.
So in that period, let me ask you this, kind of how the thought process. I would assume that prior to making the investment into Real Estate Lead Academy, you were kind of wondering if these types of systems work. You know, you got Zillow and Trulia and Homes.com and all those type systems out there, and a lot of agents are nervous about taking that plunge. So did you have a little bit of skepticism to begin with?
Yeah, I did, but I had a honest conversation with Kristen about it, and decided to give it a chance. I can always stop if it's not working.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. So, but the good news for you is that you'll never stop because it's working well. So I'm looking at your Facebook account so far. So you've been in the system, like you said, about a month. Tell the audience, because I don't want to feed you. How long have you? I mean, what have you spent on Facebook ads so far?
Like $125 or so.
Right. So, okay, so $125. Now, when you're buying traffic, you're buying leads, which, by the way, are normally non-exclusive, which means when you buy that lead, they're also giving that lead to 4 or 5 different agents. So it's a whole different world. These leads are actually exclusive. So these leads are exclusive, where non-exclusive leads normally are about $30 a piece.
Nice.
So how many leads have you received in the last month for your $115 total?
32.
Awesome. So 32 leads out of $115. That brings your cost per lead down to like $3.59.
Yep.
That's incredible. That means at this rate, you could spend 5 times the marketing budget and probably never lose your money.
Absolutely.
Because real estate, it's just a numbers game. Out of the 32 people that have contacted through that you received either name, email address, phone number, or just contact information, what are you doing right now to kind of follow up and nurture these people to get them into your pipeline?
Well, I call the first day I get the lead, and then they automatically go into my email drip campaign that I have going. And then I'm door dropping, which I just started doing. I did yesterday, my door drops, just leaving some information for them, just staying in constant contact with those people.
Okay.
And I've got a couple FSBOs actually that hit the post. So that's been pretty interesting because they opened the door there. So I already have an in with the FSBOs. So that's cool.
Oh, that's fantastic. Hey, I want to give you a best practice while we got you on the line here, and also for anyone that's watching this. What we all want as agents, because I've been doing this for 15 years, what we all want is to call that person and for that person to say, oh, I'm so glad you called. I was waiting for it. Can you show up to my house Saturday and I want to list with you. And by the way, will you take a 7% commission, not 6%, and bring your lockbox and make sure your photographer's right behind you because I'm ready to go. That's what we all want. Yeah. See, our system is a conversation starter. And there's 2 ways to get the conversation started. Now, within our system, we have automatic drips that are happening in the system where we're sending out text messages and emails designed to get these guys just to engage in the conversation. Now, one of the things I wanted to tell you, and as a surprise on this call, is that we actually have a new feature that's coming out. We're about 3 weeks away from actually launching it, but here soon, hopefully by the beginning of August at the latest, we're going to have what's called slide broadcast, which means it's a stealth voicemail where in the sequence, someone will just look down on their phone and there's a voicemail from you, and their phone never actually rang.
Oh, nice.
So, day one would be a voicemail from you, and then maybe a text message, and then maybe email, and then another voicemail, a text message, email, another voicemail. So it's like you're picking up the phone, hammering these guys, and they just look down and they see they missed a phone call, but all this is happening automatically for you. Is that exciting?
That is. That's really exciting.
Yeah, so that's coming down the pipeline to help you segment some of those marketing efforts. But what I wanted to put your focus into and coach you a little bit here is what you're doing is the exact thing you need to do. Get out from behind the computer, go out and talk to people, engage in conversations.
Yeah, door knocking is crazy successful when you go and do it the right way. So I love it.
Well, you know what? A lot of people out there are afraid, especially women. They're afraid to door knock. And I've tried several times to just tell them just to get out of your head and go out there and engage in conversation. So tell us about your experiences with that. Have you found that it wasn't as intimidating as you thought it would be?
It's not. I actually door knocked last year for campaigning, running for a city office. So I got a whole lot of practice with there. But I have never had anybody yell at me, slam the door on me, or any of that the entire time I've door knocked thousands of houses. It's a lot easier to get them to engage with you in person. It's easy to hang up the phone. It's harder to shut the door in somebody's face. And as long as, you're providing some value to them, they're usually pretty open to it. So yeah, I mean, it's been great.
That's awesome. See, my wife and I work together as a team, and she is the door knocking queen. Me, sometimes I come across as a used car salesman. They never slam the door on me, but they're not as receptive as they are with her.
Yeah.
Now she can take 10 leads and go out there, and she's warm, she's bubbly. She actually shows up with a warm loaf of bread that we get from a bakery. It's a little mini loaf of bread that we pay $2 for. So she knocks on the door and she holds up the bread. She smiles real big and says, "Hey, you were on my website," and she just engages in a conversation. She actually went out to knock. She had a list of 10 people. And she went out to door knock. She had 3 people that weren't home, so she left information. So we had 7 people that was left. Out of the 7, 3 people strictly were just curious. They're never doing anything. One person actually closed on their house last month. They're just looking to make sure they got a good deal. Yeah. But out of the ones that was left, we had 3 people that indicated that, in the next 6 months they're looking to do something and they're not currently working with an agent. She never would have known that if she stayed behind the computer. Yep. So although the emails and the text messages and the soon-to-be, slide broadcasts are going to come into play, it doesn't take away the human interaction that should happen with real estate, because real estate is a relationship business.
It is.
And if you're building relationships, that's where the money is made. I mean, even if all you did was break even on getting a client, which you won't. That's why I love real estate, because you can spend a lot of money before you have to lose money. You can spend a couple $1,000s to get a lead, actually close it, and make a $7,000 profit. What's your average commission in Clarksville right now?
About $4,800.
All right, $4,800. All right, cool. So nationwide, since you're kind of new to buying leads, is the average agent. I can tell right now you're not the average agent, but the average agent will spend about $350, to produce a closing. So if you want 2 closings per month, you spend $700. The math is simple, but they have to have the confidence knowing. But I can tell you right now, with the pace that you're going, if you just kept the same pace and tell the audience what's your budget per day? What are you spending on Facebook?
Oh man, I don't know. I have to do the math with that. Whatever. $5. $5.
That's all you're spending. $5 a day. That's it. All right. So you've got 32 leads. So if you just kept this pace, in a couple more months, you're going to have 100 leads in your pipeline. Out of those 100 leads in your pipeline, there's no doubt in my mind, I've been doing this for years, that there's 5 solid deals in there. Mm-hmm. 5 deals at $4,800 is $20,000 in commission. Yeah. And you're spending $5 a day. Now, starting next month, we're going to start teaching our students how to do some other types of campaigns. Right now, we're focusing in on the What's My Home Worth evaluation campaign, but we also teach you how to digitally farm expireds and FSBOs and withdrawals. We can show you how you can take a list and upload them into Facebook and target just FSBOs. So you mentioned that someone hit your FSBO campaign. So am I assuming correctly you've already started the FSBO campaign inside your platform?
I actually haven't. I found out they were a FSBO by doing door drops yesterday.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh, it's a FSBO. That's cool, because they reached out to me, so it was easier leaving my stuff there because I've already talked on the phone with them. So they already know who I am, which is kind of cool.
Awesome. Hey, one of the techniques that a good friend of mine uses for FSBOs She shows up to the door. By the way, she's the FSBO queen of the world. That's all. That's all that she does. Some people hate FSBOs, but what she does is she shows up to the door, and this is her exact pitch. Hi, I work this area all the time, and I think it's my responsibility to know all the inventory that's in my market, and I would love to be able to show your home to any potential buyer that I have. So I have this book, and then she takes out a book and she starts flipping pages, and it has all these FSBOs in it. And she goes, I would love to feature your home in our book. Now, when they start saying, well, I'm not looking to list, she smiles and she goes, I'm not trying to get your commission. You do want to sell your house, right? I'm just here to help. And she never asks for the business. She goes in, she takes pictures, she gives them flyers, she gives them yard signs. In about 3 weeks, guess who they hire?
Her, yeah.
Every last single time. So she just goes in as the helpful agent with value, gives them a Tennessee property condition disclosure because they don't have one, hooks them up with the title company, shows them how the process is going to work, and then ends up converting those FSBOs into paid clients. So there's different techniques out there. Real Estate Lead Academy was born because there's a stigma in the industry when it comes to real estate leads. But it's not the leads. I've said this 1,000 times. It's the person working the leads. Yep. I can give 10 different leads to 10 different agents and get 10 different results. So one of the reasons I wanted to talk to you, because Kristen was telling me that you were rocking and rolling in Clarksville and that you were cut from the same cloth and you're going to do fine. I mean, in the real estate. I mean, earlier, prior to the interview, did you tell me that you were in this business 13, 14 months or something like that?
Just 1 month, 1 year, 1 month. So 13 this month. 13
months. That's incredible. And you've closed how many transactions?
Well, last year we closed 11. This year we've closed 11 so far with 7 more in the pipeline. Yeah.
Awesome. So you're halfway through the year. You've already doubled your production. That's closed. And you have 7 more that's in the pipeline.
Yep.
That's incredible. I love hungry, aggressive agents because that's what it takes to be successful in this business. You have to be able to get out of your comfort zone, get out of your shell, get out there and talk to people. And Real Estate Lead Academy is a platform that just allows people to start having those introductions with people. Now, one of the things we're going to be doing next week, and I'll call you offline in reference to this, is we're going to be scheduling appointments with people individually. If you're interested, I can take about an hour of your time and I can show you how to do those FSBOs, withdrawals, expireds, different types of campaigns. And that way you can kind of maximize what we're doing inside of Real Estate Lead Academy. Does that sound good?
That would be awesome, yes.
Awesome. So what I'll do is I'll get with you after this call, and then we'll get on my calendar and then we'll carve out some time to actually do that. So I just wanted to thank you so much for being willing to jump on this call and to tell people about the successes that you've received so far, the number of leads, what you've spent, to give them a little encouragement and hope. Because a lot of people, they're skeptical about a system. They want to make sure that their marketing dollars are being spent wisely. And with 32 leads coming in at $3.59 a lead, I mean, I'm biased when I say this, but I haven't seen anything else produce results like this has. So thank you so much again for joining us on the call. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye.